T-Bone's detective agency, hurtling fleshwards towards the beating molten heart that is the screwball center of the earth.
Bashful, I walked over to the cigarette butt and picked it up, palming the casing as I did. "Sorry," I said. "Lit a bug." "Wilder, you fucking moron! It's the future! You can't litter in the future! We all live on a big floating pile of shit in the middle of the ocean! We've killed the entire world! And all that's left is to squish the shit into a comfy little pillow and sleep in the big shit bed that we've made in our hubris!" "You're right, Chief," I said. "And now, I've got shit in my pockets."
Have you aged out of the only thing you can relate to? Ha ha ha! Of course you haven't. You're just bigger now. You're bigger, and that makes you more important. Cut in front of those stinky loser kids and any priority guests with the all-new Disneyland Grown-Ass Man Pass, because you've only got so much longer to live. Did you know the average guest at our park spends 12 hours waiting in line? You could actually die before you get on Splash Mountain. Do you want that to...
He said, "Alright, but my name's Stimp Bimblow, and I'm the funniest little guy." And then he kissed him on the cheek. "A lot of kissing here," said Dirk. "Oh, aye. Welcome to hell," said Stimp, kissing him on the cheek again. "This is hell," said Dirk. "My personal hell. I do not like getting delicate little kisses on my cheek." "There's nothing wrong with it, but we all do this in Hollywood, and we all do this in hell." "You don't sound like you're from Hollywood," said Dirk. "You sound like you're from Wales." "I don't think I do, but I am trying very hard," he said, planting another delicate little kiss on Dirk's cheek.
It had something to do with those noises in her head, those 3 straight lines. She could feel one of them bending just slightly as the man changed something tangible about the world. With his hand still flat against the malleable steel, the man let loose a primal scream. The metal cracked, the foundation shook, and by his will, the barrier began to break apart from the middle. Doing so expended a sheer amount of physical energy, so much so he turned the air hot. In that moment, this other presence she'd felt, the one he'd named Harim, ate up his entire being and allowed him to reorganize the very atoms in his reach. And when he was finished, the bending line unkinked and flattened back out.
No time to think, no time to panic. I am huffed back, whipped again, then cast into the ocean. I think for a moment that I will drown before I am eaten by a fish, but as it turns out, I don't feel the need to breathe. Worms cannot drown. Now this is a part of my knowledge. I bobbed there, in the ocean, where it would be calm and meditative had I not this big fucking huge hook through my asshole. Beneath the deep, I wait. I accept my fate. I feel the stir. Something approaches, and painlessly I am engulfed. It does not chew. It does not have the chance. It too is pierced, and it shakes, and it writhes, and it pulsates with fear. For a moment, the two of us become one, entangled in pain, and fear, and surprise, and I expand, as quick as I were condensed, becoming a man once more, and frankly, blowing the fish apart in the water. I surface, gasping for air, pulled by the line which has tangled around my naked leg. "Good God, man," calls the fisherman. "You've eaten my fish!" Through hard lashings of salt water, I can hardly think. I can only respond, "Yeah, blup blup. Hey, yeah, I did. I'm sorry."
As Ace let loose this primal scream and beat her chest in victory, rebellion overruled the reject one final time. Fury had taken charge. Absolute incredible seething rage which beat about her body like it was bursting blood vessels, burst through her skin in the form of steam. She grit her remaining teeth so hard they shattered and cut her gums. Still, with an open mouth full of aged tombstones, Noelle took to Ace with the same technique she had applied earlier. Only this time, she had chosen to silence all but the noises needed. No more Byleth. The ambience was gone. It was just Shax, just herself, and just that third line. On impact, Noelle sunk what was left of her incisors deep into her enemy. Just barely, she pierced the leather armor and drew blood. She did not feel the cactus prick point of her defensive body hair. It really did not matter much. It could only hurt for so long now. Flash. The appearing man stood before her, wailing. Through his tears, as though he was being drowned by them, the appearing man uttered a single, garbled sorry, and became destruction personified. Flash. Around the world, the appearing men became solid, tangible. In their wake they left rubble. A targeted attack, with no culpable entity to blame. It would take decades for the world to heal, and even longer to know why this had happened in the first place, for there was no one left to ask. Walter W. Wells has been described as the luckiest man alive. Lucky. Like how they say getting shit on by a seagull is lucky. And not to complain right off the bat, but it feels like, since I took up the position of his personal Watson, that sort of shit luck has been rubbing off on me. I hear his phone cry out for attention. Not my phone, a line exclusively used by clients wishing to consult the detective in question during business hours, brackets, all 24 of them, close brackets, but his actual own personal cell phone that I'd never even known about, let alone heard its ring. A mid-eye file of Entry of the Gladiators. I watch the smile spread wider still across his face, and I can see that he has been shit on. Again.